Hey guys, Nick here, and as a lot of you guys know, today was Saturday here in San Diego for Comic-Con. I've been lucky enough to where I've been volunteering at Comic-Con, so I've been getting for free, so I've been there for the last 3 days, and today being, the big day at Hall H for DC, Wonder Woman 1984 was there, Aquaman was there, Shazam was there. I was there in person, not in Hall H, but I was at the DC booth waiting for the cast to show up for their autographs, where they also screened the trailers for Shazam and Aquaman. Today I only managed to see the Aquaman trailer while I was there at the DC booth, as I did have to volunteer, so I wasn't able to see the Shazam one in person. So I did record a reaction from Comic-Con for the Aquaman trailer, so the editing might be a little bit jarring for this particular video, but I just want to have this little part of the video to preface what exactly is about to happen. So it might be a little different than what you guys are normally used to seeing me do. So with that being said, here's my reaction live from Comic-Con of the brand new Aquaman trailer. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I'm at Comic-Con right now. Aquaman trailer's about to drop in a second, so can't wait.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
Could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
They need me when I am.
I've been looking for you. Is about to declare war upon the surface world. The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
You might want to strap in. Welcome home.
Oh my god.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm the leader. I came because I have no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome. The war is coming to the surface. Of the 7 centuries.
We're here.
What are you doing?
Holy shit, Zachary Levi just showed up! Woo! So that was my live reaction to the trailer. The ending was a little jarring there, because Zachary Levi did show up at the end of the trailer, so it kind of cut everything off, and my phone kind of messed up at the end, so I didn't get recorded everything from the ending. So you guys might not see my full reaction in the last few seconds, but hey, like, stuff happens. I'm glad I was able to get as much of my reaction from Comic-Con Live as I did. This trailer was really, really great. I did recognize the music right away from the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition trailer. I think it was used pretty well. I just wish that it was a different score choice for this particular trailer. That's pretty much my only gripe. Everything was great. I was so happy to see this in person, and I have actually an interesting story to tell. Because when I was there at the DC booth, where they had like the fan section off, because there's a lot of like press and like DC people there, kind of keeping so they didn't want the fans like harassing like the actors and stuff, so they kind of get this away from the actors and everything. But as the actors came out, there was like a kind of like a platform kind of thing above where they signed, and they all kind of came up these stairs, and everyone can kind of see them. And so Patrick Wilson came up right away, and I wasn't the first person to notice him, so I yelled, "Hey, Patrick!" And then he like waved back at me, so that was pretty cool. And then Yahya Abdul Mateen obviously from the film, who portrays Black Manta, he was out, and I yelled his name too, and me and him like had a full-on conversation. He's like, "Hey, how's it going, man? What's your name?" He's like, I'm like, "Oh, Nick." He's like, "Oh, yeah, awesome, man. Did you enjoy the suit?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude." And I mean, that was as much the conversation, really. But he was really, really cool. Of course, like Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Nicole Kidman, James Wan all came out. I didn't get an interaction with them. I did get a decent amount of pictures with them, actually. So that was my little experience from Comic-Con this year. This was such a great trailer. I had no idea what to expect visuals-wise, because, you know, you see Atlantis in the comics, and you wonder how James Wan was going to be able to pull this off in live action. And how he described it was basically this is going to be like a sci-fi film, basically. And I think that's really a really interesting aspect of, or an interesting way of tackling this story. In a way that I think it was interesting to tackle that with Man of Steel, which in my opinion was why Man of Steel to me was so great, was because it wasn't just a Superman origin story, it was a sci-fi first contact story, and that I thought was so great. And with what we're doing with James Wan and what he's doing with Aquaman is really, really fantastic in my opinion. The visuals are great. Amber Heard looks great, and she was a scene stealer in Justice League. Even though like her scene was, it's hard to tell whether or not it was a Joss reshoot scene or a Zack Snyder scene. My friends and I in the DC Films podcast have been actually debated that recently. But either way, she was so great, even in the small parts she was in. So for me, watching her in this trailer, she was really, really great. Nicole Kidman too. She getting such talent in this film, I think, really legitimizes it. And that's one thing I know it's the popular thing to hate on the DC films. Like, I've dealt with that for 5 years now. But watching this trailer, it's what I be able to take away from it. This is going to be another great DCEU film. Or DC World, or whatever the hell Warner Brothers wants to call it as of today. But one thing I really wanted to talk about was Black Manta. And I kind of mentioned earlier my experience with meeting him in person. His look looks so great. When the action figures came out, or look at the action figures came out recently, I was like, I gotta wait until I see this in live action. I can't judge it based on action figures because it looks a little weird. He looks really, really great. For a look that's so cheesy in the comics, I think it's handled really, really well. If you see the camera shaking right now, it's actually my cat Wesley. So I apologize for that. But seriously, Black Manta looks great. The visuals of Atlantis, again, look phenomenal. Jason Momoa really looks like, even though I think Joss really downplayed his character in Justice League with the reshoots, I still think he did a really good job for the amount of work he was given with those reshoots. I think this is going to be a great, great, great film for Jason. Just from what I've seen in the trailers, I think he's going to portray that balance of being of two worlds, very similar to Clark in Man of Steel in that way, where he was almost like rejected by both worlds. Like, he was rejected from Atlantis basically because he's half human. He's rejected from the surface world because the thing is weird because he can communicate with fish. And that whole scene in the trailer where he's in the aquarium and there are the bullies there, and then the shark like bangs on the glass. That was awesome. Though I don't know if an actual aquarium would have a shark in its waters with a bunch of other fish, so that was a little questionable. But hey, like, it was still a cool moment nonetheless. And it's funny because there actually was a bit of controversy this week from when the teaser poster for Aquaman came out, and there was the one shark that's actually on my shirt right here. And this shirt actually I got from the panel. They were giving, or not from the panel, from the DC booth. They were giving them away as like things for the fans, and I actually managed to get one. So this shark right here actually caused a bit of controversy because it's like, a lot of people were pointing out, oh, it's from Getty, so like it's lazy to use for marketing, blah blah blah, when that's exactly what Getty images are for. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of funny. I want to bring it up. Overall, I think the movie's gonna be awesome. Again, I'm so happy I was able to see it there in person. We'll definitely delve more into it in the DC Films podcast whenever we do that next. I don't know when we're gonna be doing it yet. We haven't really talked about a date for our next podcast episode, but definitely check that out because there's going to be that and the Shazam trailer, which I haven't seen yet. So as soon as this video is up, more than likely the Shazam video will follow or be already up online by the time you guys see this. So what did you guys think of this Aquaman trailer? What did you guys love about it, or do you guys have any issues with it? Send us your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you're a DC Films fan, please check out our DC Films podcast. We have several episodes up, a lot actually from the last year. We're delving into everything going on in the DCEU. Seriously, give it a listen. Bear with us because they've been going for several hours. But I think it's worth a listen if you guys are big fans of the DCEU. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a good one.